everyone. I'm Christine Emeth, and tonight we have a very special episode for you. Coming to you from the math room, Monica Penna, Amy Eppolito, and Kate Morris. Reading their way through the night, we have Karen Wiley and Christine DiGiulio. And you can't have reading without writing, right, Miss Foster and Mrs. Villano? Coming to you from the science lab, Kate Hart. And our fearless leaders, Lee Reed and Lois Lamming. Social studies teachers? That's right. We have Mr. Walsh and Mr. Gleason. And let's not forget our very specials teachers, Miss L, Mrs. Ziegler, and Mrs. Jolin. All with your host, Peter Gard, on the Penryn Squares. And here's Peter Gard.
Hello, and thank you very much. Welcome to the Penryn Squares. This is a great night for the Penryn Squares. I can feel it in the air. Let's welcome our incredible faculty. Hello, faculty. It's good to have you all here. And of course, our contestants, Mr. Pringle and Miss Pfeiffer. Good to have you both here, and good luck. The way this is going to work is that you will choose a square. Then you'll decide if the answer that they're giving is correct or if they're lying. If you answer correctly, and hopefully you do, you will receive a point. Also, hidden in the squares are 3 double troubles, in which you have the opportunity to earn 2 points. Are you ready? Miss Piper, I believe you won the toss backstage. You're going to go first. Okay, wait, question? I don't hear anything. What's going on?
He's muted.
But
Sorry about that. I forgot to talk.
okay. I was like, wait, I can't. Okay.
But Peter, I think I would like to go with Miss Mary Foster for my first question. Yay!
This student was attacked by a pencil in the hallway at Penryn.
That would be Spitfire from Fortnite? No? Okay, I think I'll have to go with Michael Cow. Really, this unfortunate incident could not have happened to a nicer guy. Seriously, Michael's face should be next to the definition of nice in the dictionary. Pleasant, agreeable, polite, kind, respectable. That's Michael. You have been all those things and more at Penryn, Michael, and I will miss you. And please keep working hard in high school.
Peter, I think I'm going to agree with Miss Mary Foster.
You are correct. 1 point to Terry. Mr. Pringle, you're up.
Okay, I'll choose Mr. Julio.
All right, the question is, who would benefit from a lighted tennis court?
I'm going to have to go with Melinda, only because she stays up really late. That girl is a night owl for sure, but she also does love to play tennis. So she can't possibly play tennis late at night without a lighted tennis court. It just doesn't make sense. She also enjoys educating people on which vegetables are the healthiest. For instance, she can't stand celery, and if she had the choice, she would ban it forever. While Melinda tends to be quiet and introspective, those are 2 things that are going to make her a great listener and a great thinker. I will never forget how hard Melinda thought about all of the brain teasers we shared in advisory, and often surprised us with getting the answers correct on the first try. This just goes to show that her deep thinking and hard work will take her far. We will miss you, Melinda.
She can't stand celery, huh? All right, I agree.
1 point to Keith.
Yes!
Okay, Terry?
I think I'm gonna take like Miss Karen Wiley for this question.
All right, and this is a good one. Who would be able to explain what a baby split is? Now, it's a baby split, not a banana split.
The Mandalorian?
I think that's Baby Yoda, Miss Wiley.
All right, well, since a baby split has to do with bowling, I would have to say Matthew Coppola. He's the most renowned kegler I know. He can knock them down with the best of them without breaking a sweat. Greek church, sour apple, 5, 7, 10 split. Even picket fences, no problem for Mighty Matt. With his talent and determination, I'm sure there are many turkeys, punch-outs, and even team games in his future. But then again, maybe he'll use one of his other superpowers to wow the audiences with his smooth sax playing. Either way, one thing is for sure, someday we'll all say, I knew him when. Penryn won't be the same without you, Matt. Best of luck to you.
I think I'm gonna have to agree with Karen.
And Terry gets another point.
Okay, I'll choose Mrs. Morris.
Who could solve mysteries in any escape room while simultaneously solving a Rubik's Cube?
Chris Redfield? Resident Evil? Oh, you mean a student? Probably Matthew K. He could definitely break out of an escape room and also solve a Rubik's Cube in record timing. Just make sure there isn't a fan in the escape room, because he might break it. Like he accidentally broke the fan in my homeroom. One thing he could never break, however, is his piano. Thanks for the concert this year. He is very talented piano player and a wonderful student council treasurer. I will never forget our dab and floss handshake. Matthew, I wish you the best at Holy Ghost next year. You will truly be missed.
Well, I know this one. I agree 100%.
And that sounds good to me. Well, is someone keeping score somewhere? Right?
I'm winning.
I get it. It's my turn. So I'm going with Mr. Walsh for the square.
All right. Well, who said the following quote? You missed 100% of the shots you don't take.
Oh, that's easy. It's Michael Scott. But also, it was Wayne Gretzky. Which makes me think a lot of hockey. And speaking of hockey, makes me think of Dylan. But Dylan would love for you to believe that he is this star hockey player. But Dylan is not just a great hockey player. He loves other sports as well. So I want to make him feel really comfortable with this background. And you know what, actually, I have an image from just the other day of, I heard that he was out, instead of doing his homework, he was out doing some ATV riding. Oh, and here he is. His leg is cut off, but this is him after he fell off his ATV. So, but Dylan has a lot of skills, hockey. He's a great athlete all around, and he's a great student. So Dylan, I've really appreciated getting to know you over the past couple of years. I appreciate that you have this ability to just befriend so many people in the class, and you're just so outgoing. And I really am going to miss that energy. Good luck in high school.
Did you know that a hockey puck travels 100 miles per hour?
That's very interesting.
Anyway, I'm gonna agree with you.
Correct. Mr. Pringle.
Yes. All right. I have to choose someone. How about Kate Hart?
And you chose our first double trouble.
Yes.
Okay, Miss Hart. Who decided to use a basketball pole as a blocking sled this year?
A blocking sled? That would have to be Alex Myers. You know, I think he was really confused that day on the blacktop and must have thought
He was at football practice. You know, Alex is a really good athlete, and he seems to be injury prone, though. I mean, who can forget the spike in his ankle, the concussion from that basketball pole, or his time in the wheelchair last year? Didn't it run away down the ramp at some point? Regardless, I know he proved his skills on the football field and basketball court this year. Alex, we will miss you, and good luck next year.
I know this one too. I agree.
Correct. And since this is a double trouble, here's your second question. Who should start their own shadowing business?
Peter Pan? I don't know. Or maybe it should be Jacob Spangler. Did you know that Jacob has been chosen more than any other student in this grade to shadow with the new students? Huh. I mean, really, starting a new business is right up his alley. I mean, he's a responsible guy, and I know he had dreams of becoming an entrepreneur and releasing a new video game with his friends. 12 Realms, was it called? Though maybe he was chosen so many times for his amazingly sarcastic sense of humor. He made me laugh every day with his responses in advisory and class, and during Thanksgiving, he proclaimed that he was thankful for things like gravity, toes, air, towel hooks. I guess those are essentials. Or maybe he was picked because of his good taste in dresses. You know, like the one he wore for OM back in 5th grade. Do you all remember that one? Well, my last guess, it could also be for his track record of being a lead in a Penryn play. First he was Freddie in 1st grade, and Aladdin this year in 8th. Whatever the reason, Jacob, you will be missed. Good luck in the future.
I'm on a roll. I agree again.
Yep, you're correct.
I would like to try Miss Wiley again.
Miss Wiley, who could probably give the jump rope man a run for his money?
The jump rope man. Well, besides Mrs. Julin, I would have to say Alex Mingione. He's Penryn's very own version of the running man. His fleet feet have accomplished fabulous feats and are known to have his foes fecklessly flinching in fear. At trails, critters, nothing can stop this dynamo. Determination is his middle name. Accomplishment is his game. Alex is sure to have a great run at Holy Ghost. We'll miss you and all of your healthy eating tips. Well, wishing you happy trails, Alex.
I agree.
Another point. All right, Keith, we're all tied up. Choose wisely.
I'm gonna win. I'm gonna pick Mrs. Julin. She's my choice.
Oh, Mrs. Julin. All right. Mrs. Julin, what student loves playing video games?
Moi, je sais pas, mais je suis sûre que c'est quelqu'un de spécial comme tous mes élèves en classe de français. La classe de 2020, vous me manquerez.
Sure, that's what she said.
Sorry, no point for you. Terry?
Don't they all play video games? Peter, can you please be more specific?
More specific. All right, try this. Let's try this. Which student loves to play a video game series that centers around fictional, anthropomorphic, cephalopodic characters called Inklings and Octolings that can transform between humanoid and cephalopod forms at will, and frequently engage in turf wars with each other?
Well, I'll have to agree that I do think they all enjoy playing video games, but that one sounds a lot like Splatoon. And I know that is actually Isabel's favorite game, so I'm going to have to go with Isabel on that one because she loves it. But actually, you know what she doesn't like? Oreos. Yeah, Oreos. Who doesn't like Oreos, right? That would be Isabel, especially the red ones. There was a very bad experience with red Oreos, very traumatic. So probably just quickly get rid of that image that she's having right now and move on to some of the other things that she doesn't like. So One thing I know that she really enjoyed this year was looking up the Pepsi presentation that's online. So apparently Pepsi put their whole presentation online as to how they got their logos. And Isabel found that quite amusing and very fascinating. So that was shared with our advisory. Very interested in many different types of logos. So that was fun. She really enjoyed sharing that. Going from there, I know that she's very much into music. So this year, she started listening to Pink Floyd a little bit. She loves the song Roundabout. And there are a couple groups I'm not too sure about, but King Crimson, yeah, I even got that mixed up, and Will Wood and the Tapeworms. So Mr. Walsh, I know you enjoy music. If you haven't heard of them, you might want to look them up. I did. Very, very. So, all right. And then she also likes little swords that you use for appetizers. You know, like the little tiny swords that you poke cheese with. That has nothing to do with music, but that just popped into my head. But, you know, again, like who doesn't like little swords that you can use, right? So, yeah, so that, she loves going to the beach and anything having to do with the ocean. Right behind me, that's for you, Isabel. And she has a phenomenal sense of style. Believe me, I've seen her hat collection. She actually put like 20 hats on at one time for us and had them all stacked up. It was awesome. So I do have to say, over the past few months, I've learned so much about Isabel, and it's been great. It's been awesome getting to know her better. And I think that virtual learning actually has been her forte this year. So Isabel, very proud of you, and I'm going to miss you next year. Good luck.
Like, I'm going to have to agree with her on all of that, for sure.
And that's another point for you. All right, Mr. Pringle.
Okay, let's go with Lois Landing.
And it's another double trouble. Lois, who might you find at the next Greater Philadelphia Comic-Con event?
Chris Hemsworth. Or how about Trent Wilkinson? Trent's the resident expert on all things Marvel and Minecraft. In advisory, we know we can count on Trent to give us a definitive review of the latest Marvel movie and keep us updated on what's new on the Minecraft platforms. Whether he's building a world for all of his new pets or checking out the latest in the Marvel universe, you can rely on our M&M Marvel and Minecraft expert, Trent. Good luck next year, Trent. We'll miss you.
All right, I agree.
Keith, you are correct. And Lois, speaking of action-packed events, who might wear a GoPro to their high school class?
That's an easy one. That would be Nicholas. You used to be able to find him spending hours just hanging around on the rings in his gymnastics gym, or flipping through the air, landing solid and sticking at all of his medal-winning competitions. He's certainly the most daring 8th grader I know. I was recently concerned when I found Nicholas to be KWA, kayaking while advisory. I mean, is that even legal? I guess that just means he's been enjoying the slower pace of life, kayaking in the back bays of New Jersey. Nicholas, whether you swing, flip, or paddle your way through high school, I know you'll find a way to make the most of it all.
Oh, I absolutely agree with that.
Good job, Keith. Who's next?
I think I'm going to go with Mr. Gleason.
All right, Mr. Gleason. Which student is fascinated by the political beliefs of China, Cuba, and Laos?
Peter, I'm going to have to go with Chris Mitchell. If I had to select the next Che Guevara amongst the student body, I would certainly say Chris is the most likely to take up that mantle. Chris has a clear passion for politics and is ably equipped to finally fulfill communism's untapped potential and create a true workers' paradise. While Chris may not seem like a natural political leader, given his generally quiet nature, he is a studious young man and knows the ins and outs of any and all political systems. Additionally, he has shown aptitude as a leader of his peers already. While some may call it a cult, Chris started a thriving young religion in advisory centered around the funeral rites of insects. The funerary rites of insects have for too long gone unrecognized in our society. Chris identified this shortcoming in our modern society, rallied his peers around this most just cause, and took action while others stood idly by. I highlight this particular situation to evidence how Chris can combine his knowledge of political systems, those both better known as well as lesser known, with a sense of justice, which often extends beyond the rights of insects, to create an innovative political solution to overlooked problems. While Chris may or may not end up ultimately fulfilling the dream of a worker's paradise, with his even-keeled nature and sense of right and wrong, which is certainly noticed by his peers, Chris will undoubtedly make any place he goes in his future endeavor a better place by virtue of his presence. Chris has been the great leader and most honorable chairman of our advisory over the past year, and he will be sorely missed. Chris is a mature, just, and level-headed young man and leader, and I have no doubt that he will achieve many exploits, both public and private, in the years to come.
Well, that's fascinating, and I'm going to say correct.
Mr. Gleason, that was very thorough. Thank you. And yes, you are correct.
Okay, I'll take Mrs. DeJulia for 1,000.
All right. Who has probably mastered Captain Hook?
We're back to Peter Pan. If it's not Peter Pan, it has to be Ankatha Shenoy. Captain Hook is a TikTok dance for those of you that don't know. That girl likes to dance like she's on fire. She dances for many hours, several times a week. And on top of that, she does TikTok like it's her job. She's always finding ways to make advisory entertaining and fun. Speaking of entertainment, she absolutely loves, and I mean loves, the actor Tom Holland. She even bought a notebook with his face on it. Nevertheless, Ankatha's spunky energy and kindness will truly be missed. Penryn will not be the same without her.
Not sure about Peter Pan, but I'll go with that.
Who knows, but you answered correctly, so back to Terry.
Yeah. I think, I'm going to go with, Heather Ziegler.
All right, and here's the next one. Well, we all know what that means. Terry, are you ready to try and earn 2 points?
I sure am.
Okay, Heather. Who will most likely find employment with the Geek Squad?
Oh, that would definitely be Parth. Parth Patel. He's a whiz with computers, video games. I'm pretty sure his blue headphones are super glued to his ears. Did you know that he can create anime? It's Parth. Good luck at Ghost next year.
That sounds about right.
Yes, it does. 1 point to Miss Pipe. And for the second question, who would win a Harry Potter trivia game?
J.K. Rowling? Mrs. DeJulio? Myself? Cara Picarella would win a trivia game. She kindly donated her Harry Potter Uno cards to advisory so that we can all continue playing. And she read the entire Harry Potter series all throughout 7th grade. Every day she would tell me exactly which page she was on.
My birthday buddy, I'm gonna agree.
And I agree with you. You received another point.
Yes.
It's my turn again. I'm going with Mrs. Reed.
All right. Well, we have one perfectly suited for her. Being new to school, in 6th grade, who was fearless enough to run up and dunk the head of school?
Oh, that would be Ella.
Just as I let my guard down, thinking I had survived the first round in the dunk tank without getting wet, the new girl in 6th grade came running up to the tank and pressed the button, plunging me into the icy water below. I was shocked. Who is this girl? She has guts. But now I'm not surprised. Ella came to school confident, talented, and fearless, and is leaving Penryn even more so. From her experiences on the softball field, playing for the Mystics, to her battles being the only girl on the 6-square court at recess, to her role in the musical, Ella continued to shine in all of her activities. I'm pretty sure there isn't much Ella can't do if she sets her mind to it. Ella has lots of talents, but you might not be aware of some of the things that I know. First of all, she's an expert on the cafeteria rap. She has rated each one based on taste, texture, amount of sauce or dressing, and how easily it falls apart. She also has a number of accents, but they all end up sounding British. She says whatever is on her mind, regardless of whether she's talking to her friend or the principal. She is incredibly fast. The few times we were able to get her to run cross country for Penryn around her softball schedule, she would blow everyone away. And she's also equal parts avid reader, gamer, and YouTube watcher. Not many kids can hold their own talking about the Red Queen series, Roblox, and James Charles, but Ella can, and will, during the entire advisory period, every day, no matter who is talking. Ella, for my Twinkie Award when I was in 8th grade, Mr. Morton gave me the This Girl Can Do Anything Award, and I will now happily pass that on to you. You can do anything you set your mind to. Just believe in yourself.
I agree with almost everything. I don't think she would dunk Mrs. Reed. That just doesn't sound like something she'd do. So I'm going to have to disagree.
Sorry, Keith, that was the truth.
No!
I would love to hear from, Miss L.
Mientras les deseo mucho éxito en la secundaria, en sus esfuerzos, no olvidan que ya recibieron muchas herramientas de sus padres y maestros, que les puedan servir para forjar el camino a la felicidad, a la prosperidad y el éxito. Ustedes son los dueños de sus futuras vidas. Buena suerte con todo. Les echaré de menos.
Can you just keep talking? That's awesome.
I'm just gonna choose again. How about Miss Mary Foster?
All right, Miss Foster. Who knows what a buffalo is?
A buffalo? I know I teach kindergarten and all, but we're talking about 8th graders, right? A buffalo? A buffalo, that's that tap dance move, right? Melissa! We're talking about Melissa. Melissa knows what that is. Of course she does. It's the step, shuffle, jump, buffalo. And I know when your syncopation kicks in because you really get going. I've seen you in action, Melissa, and you are terrific. Here's a glimpse of Melissa doing the buffalo. She's amazing, and her quiet, unassuming, rat-loving. She's not a rat. She actually loves rats. She has several pets. She's amazing with them. She teaches them tricks. She loves them. She lets them climb on her. I have learned to have a greater appreciation for rats because of Melissa. So, Melissa, we really are going to miss you at Penryn.
That sounds good to me.
And yes, you are correct. And we're back to Keith.
Okay, I choose Mrs. Volano.
Wait, is this a sneak double trouble? I thought we only had 3. Well, Keith, it looks like you have another chance to earn double. Kate?
Peter.
who would be able to tell the difference between a Mustang and a Camaro?
In addition to knowing cars, he already knows how to drive. It's his quad, but hey, it still counts. Robert has fancy taste too, if you know him. If I wanted to use some of my pun humor that I think is funny, and I think Mr. Walsh because he likes dad jokes, you could say that with Robert, everything is Gucci. Get it? Okay. Good. Okay. Well, anyway, I guess it can be said that his knowledge of cars is like his favorite sweatshirt, Supreme. Somebody just please stop me or I won't.
So, Keith, what do you think?
Well, she was real confident until the end, so I'm going to have to agree.
Perfect. And here's the next question. Who is seen in this video clip?
Let's change my background. Give me 1 second.
Yes! Yes!
Headline picking is about. All right, Peter, come on. This is way too easy. I know for a fact that it's Steven Granato because I took this video when he was in 5th grade. As you can see, 5th grade Steven was a bit active, and he couldn't resist jumping in front of the camera rather than dancing with the rest of the students. Actually, he seemed to enjoy the camera a lot in 5th grade. I have a video of him with Max Kranikovich performing their Eau de Parfum commercial too. Don't worry, Steven. We decided one video was enough. For now. These days, Steven is much more mellow and not a fan of the camera much. One more picture though of us before you go, okay, Steven?
And the circle gets the square. Okay, Terry, we're getting close.
Under pressure. I think I'll take like Miss Penna.
All right, and a question to Miss Penna. Which student knows whose motto this is? We don't judge, we deliver.
Amazon, I guess, especially during quarantine, right? Now, I'm going to say Dimitri, because this student literally orders everything you can think of on GoPuff, from all sorts of energy drinks to snacks, like Cheetos, the hot Cheetos or whatever they're called now. He also tries to convince everyone in advisory to use it, including myself, and he would probably get some sort of like advertising deal from them and NBA 2K, NBA video game. He's also pretty avid fisherman, just saying. He is out on the boat every single chance he gets. He does need to remember to put sunscreen on. Ouch. But yeah, I'm gonna say Dimitri.
Like, you're like definitely telling the truth there. So I'm gonna have your A.
Yes, she is. And back to you, Mr. Pringle.
Okay, I'm going with Miss Walsh.
All right, Mr. Walsh. Like the pen or in the squares, what other game requires skill and has squares?
Skill is squares. There's 4 square, 6 square, 8 square. I think chess. And speaking of chess, it makes me think a lot of Declan, who's our resident chess champion. I think actually I have a photo of him that first chess game. There we go. So this is what Declan probably looked like in his first chess game. But while should be known for his playing and is known by us, what he wished he was known for was his video game skills. This is what he wishes he was. Actually, wait. No, that's the wrong photo. Let me get a better photo of Declan. Oh, here we go. That's better. So this is the real Declan. There we go. This is Declan showing, oh, it's disgusting, showing his love and appreciation for guacamole on our Wawa Wednesday. So Declan, in honor of Wawa Wednesday, I have my Wawa iced tea. It would taste even better if you were here to drink some too. Thank you so much for making Advisory such a fun place. I'm getting rid of this picture because that is gross. Thank you for making Advisory such a fun place. We really are going to miss you a lot. And I look forward to hearing about all the great things that you do in high school. Good luck.
I agree. We will miss him a lot.
And next gets the square. It's a tied game.
Like in that case, like I'm gonna have to go with like Miss Eppolito. You go.
All right, Miss Eppolito. Who has a parrot that yells, "Red alert"?
Mr. Cotton from Pirates of the Caribbean, or maybe it's Bailey. Bailey's not only a proud owner of a very loud parrot, but she is a proud vocalist who can sing her heart out on the spot. Although her talents were shown on a computer screen this year, she will always be known as Jasmine in our hearts. We'll miss you, Bailey.
I'm gonna agree because she also is known as Miss Fluorite to me. So I agree.
And the point goes to you, Terry. It's the last question of the night. Mr. Pringle.
Okay, Mrs. Wiley, it's down to you and me.
Okay, Mrs. Wiley. Who would love to return every year to visit Cafe Penryn just to eat your baked ziti?
I think this might be Abby Ackerman, but I must consult with my good friend, Chef Luigi. All right, let me think. Of course, this person must have a good taste. It must be someone who is not too cheesy, who has just the right amount of sweet and saucy. He needs someone who knows how to use their noodle. Finally, they must demonstrate unlimited pasta abilities. Without a doubt, the amazing Abby Ackerman is the one. Just for you, Abby, I will share my secret recipe with the Nazareth Academy to remind you of your days here at Penryn. Arrivederci. We'll miss you.
With that correct answer, that brings the score 11 points to Miss Pfeiffer and 11 points to Mr. Pringle. How about a hand for all of our contestants today? All right, since we're just about out of time, on behalf of all of our faculty and contestants, I'm Peter Gard, and catch you next time on the Penryn Squares.
Everyone, before we go, I just wanted to say a few words. I want to thank all of the faculty for making this event happen for you. And I want to thank your parents for all their hard work that they've been doing with you at home. I'm so proud of you guys. I want to thank you for all the work that you've been doing. We realize that this year has brought an unexpected ending, and you missed many events that you were looking forward to. Really hope that our Penryn Squares brought a smile to your faces, just as you brought smiles to our faces every day when we were in school. I always end with a quote, so here it goes. Walt Disney once said, "Around here, however, we don't look backwards for very long. We keep moving forwards, opening up new doors and doing new things, because we're curious, and curiosity keeps leading us down new paths. Keep moving forward." So keep moving forward, class of 2020. Best wishes and good luck to you next year and always.